What's up, world? Karmicdez 85 had to restart because I don't know, because the thing YouTube likes to mess up every now and again. But I'm trying to find the video now, so I go ahead and get the link posted. Where's that? Here we go. So that way people can join. All right, I'm gonna share one more spot. All right. Now I did I guess my little current events section. You'll see that it's like a little 5 minute clip. Was really just me getting things set up and getting primed to go ahead into the main topic of tonight's episode. Since I did that, got all that out the way, I'm going to go ahead and jump into tonight's topic, which is black fatigue. And are y'all tired of hearing about the black fatigue? Me personally, I expected it to come. Um, those who kind of watch and listen regularly, pretty sure you know that I've said that this was right around the corner. All right, hold on. Don't mind that guy. Get some repairs done up there. Uh, but yeah, I said that this would be coming right around the corner, and essentially, what black fatigue is, it's the the pushback against all the years of submission and vilifying of white people and white culture, right? And I've been saying it the past few weeks here that the rhetoric I'm hearing from a lot of our people sounds a lot like the same rhetoric that we didn't want about us in times of segregation and slavery. And like I said, here we are doing the same thing to them. So it's going to repeat the cycle. So some of the things that the black fatigue alludes to. Let's start with the attitudes, right? So like the people I talk to in my circle, we can. I mean, y'all see when you watch and you listen. We can talk about these tough issues inside of our community, and we don't shy away from them. We take them head on. But that is not the your average or the general black person or African American when it comes time to talk about our community. Specifically, when I try to do it with people outside of my circle, it's met with I wouldn't necessarily say animosity, more along the lines of dismissal. And a lot of times, all I hear is 200-year-old rhetoric, how we're oppressed, systemic racism, and we're it's how do I put it up? So in response to those things, I say, cool. There's racism, we're oppressed. There's systemic racism, whatever. So why is there black on black crime and black on black violence? Let's be specific there. Why is there black on black violence? And I'm always told that that it's due to proximity, crime of proximity. I'm like, cool. I get that for little petty crimes, but for bigger crimes, arson, larceny, murder. Why are we doing those to each other? Not saying we should do those at all, but why are we doing it to each other? You're telling me because we live close to each other, that excuses us doing it to each other? Or take the case of black on black violence, black on black murder, right? Black people kill black people at a higher rate than anyone else. Yet we constantly holler about oppression and racism and how we're the victim and they're killing us. But nobody ever says we don't march when we're killing our own. We don't. There's no cause for us to stop killing our own community. And I've heard people say, well, white people kill white people. Like, okay, so are you worried about white people killing white people in their community, or black people killing black people in your community? Your community. And then on top of that, if white people are killing our people in the community, and we're killing our people in the community, what are the odds that we're going to have any people left in our community? Considering we're 13% of the population of America, and a decent portion of those are incarcerated or die every day, right? But yet we're always constantly yelling about what the government needs to do to make things equal for us. That's one of the things that people are generally tired of. I'm tired of it too, to be quite honest with you. Because there are some things we can take into each other's hands. Yeah, there's poverty and less financial resources in the hoods, but that's not an excuse to commit crimes against each other. It's just not. Um, what else is getting tired? The woke the woke ideology is getting tired with a lot of people, simply because it was cool when you were fighting for your, to be seen, to be heard, your dignity. That's cool. Somewhere along the lines, you stopped fighting for it and started trying to force it on everybody. That's when it became a problem. Specifically in the black community, um, there was the idea or the narrative that black women weren't protected. And this camera angle is killing me. I keep feeling I gotta turn my head up. My bad. So they were feeling like the narrative was black women aren't protected. So they were, vocal, loud, right? And soon enough, protection started coming in. We got, there's the DEI. There's the hair thing, the hair naturalization. I forgot what the bill is, or the law is on that one. Um, and there you started to be promoted to higher positions, higher pay, more responsibility, more duties, and it seems like the more of that you got, the more complaints started to increase as opposed to decrease. You think you fought for what you wanted, you got it, you'd be happy, and there'd be no complaints, right? That's not what we're experiencing. And I've also heard the rhetoric that the men have been running for too long and have been running shit into the ground. And it's time for the women to do it. Okay, cool. Well, you women have had what 20 years and have done no better. Now, I understand there's a turnaround period, but for all the talk that there was, you would think that there'd be stronger families. There'd be more, or there'd be higher literacy amongst our children, less crime. Because these are all the things that were that needed empathy to solve the situation, right? Or money to solve the situation. We've got both of those in large amounts, and it's gotten worse. And yet, our black women still yelling they're not feeling protected. Who's protecting the children? Because the family's dismantled. You're at work all the time. Dad's out the house and he's working, probably working on another family, one that's actually going to, cooperate. So with what our women are now falling into is the stigma that black men were in. Now I want to say we're out, just it's been replaced. Y'all have taken the place of the new angry people. There was talks, and the black men were angry, and then they gave black women a voice, and it hasn't it's mm. I think let me see. Like I listened to Michelle Obama on one of the clips. They got her, and she was talking about how black women have been held back from being able to speak and express how they feel, and they still can't do that today. When I'm like, what world is she living in? Because that's literally all day what's going on with a certain demographic. Again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Only hit dogs holler. So there's that, and then there's a group of women that are like, it sounds like we did 15 years ago. Why